on. Me and Haley have some fun things for tonight planned, so I'm super excited. First of all, thank you guys for taking the time to hop on. I know it's crazy, it's December, but I'm really excited. Oh, I'm glad someone hit record. Okay. But I'm super excited that you guys are on it. Honestly, I'm going to say that you guys obviously care about your business, you want to learn, and you want to be on, and that is step one. I just let me know, drop a 2. I guess we'll start on 2. I don't know, drop a 1, whatever number, drop a 1. If you guys can tell, like, boom season is already starting. I don't know if anybody else feels that. I know there's some people on here who feel that, and I especially feel that. I know Haley does too, but boom season is already starting, okay? So if you guys have not been working your business the way that you know you should, you need to start like tonight, because I do not want you guys to be like left like in the dust come like the new year, okay? Because there are some crazy things being announced at the end of this month, and I'm so excited to hear about them. So know that it is time to start working your business super seriously if you have not been, because I don't want you guys to be left in the dust and everyone else is going to be promoting and earning bonuses and like booming all the time. And I can tell it's coming because it's already kind of started. So super excited you guys are on. Me and Haley just have like a few questions we're going to kind of bounce back and forth about. And Haley's going to start us off, and she's actually going to talk about prepping for boom season. Okay. Even though we're kind of already starting a little early, you know, it is super important to prep for boom season and to be ready for those bonuses to be released, the new products, everything, the compensation plan, conference, like such huge things are coming. And so it's so important to be prepared for that. And so Haley is going to kick us off and talk a little bit about prep and what you need to be doing to prepare for boom season. And then we're going to bounce back and forth on some questions that were actually sent in tonight. So Haley, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so you might want to pull out your notebooks because I have some steps that you can write down. It's going to be like 5 steps on how to prep for boom season. It's about to be really good. So first, I went on eSuite one day. I was looking through all of my like enrollments that I've ever had, or my team's enrollments, and I was looking at how many people that I had that weren't working the business but still had active customers, and obviously they're there with the like emails and phone numbers that's still there. So I came up with the idea to create an email list and like a phone number list of those people, of like old customers that I've had and old customers of probably like DTs who no longer work, and just like send them an email and be like, you know, you completed your 90-day challenge. And because of that, you have like discount for life. You can order anytime without auto ship. If I was just saying like, I know you completed your order through such and such, but you still obviously can do it if you liked it or something like that. But I started doing that with like writing them all down and creating like an actual like document of like the emails and phone numbers and names. And I just take a few day by day. And I have a few people who actually like, well, yeah, I kind of wanted to like put in another order for his skin and nails, but I just didn't know how to. But nobody else is there to reach out to them because it was like an ODT or something like that. So that's one. You can start off by doing that. 2, write down all the potentials that you had. If you're like brand new, start writing them down now, because all the potentials that you have now, even if they said no or they're not interested, that does not mean not ever. That literally means like not right now, especially like with the holiday season. Some people are like, well, I just don't know right now. Sometimes I'm like, well, you know, maybe we can do it this way, but then sometimes I like really know. That doesn't mean they're never going to buy anything. So when boom season comes around, there's a bunch of things happening. I already have someone that I can talk to and basically let them know about everything. So 3, I do this naturally with like everything that I do for the business for like every month. So for the first 2 weeks of every month, I always focus on like building my team and getting new distributors so that I can build the distributors, and then, which is also step 4, you know, for the rest of the month, I can work on the volume and working on like building toward like how much I need for the promotion. So like just like a few quick tips on how I be able to like mass enroll DTs. I talk on my story every single day and I show how excited I am about everything with like deal wise or like just anything with the business. But also I'm consistent, be consistent and show up. You want to show them that they're going to be able to trust you when they come into the business. If they see that you're not even being consistent with your business, how do you expect them to be like, oh yeah, I can trust her enough to teach me and show me how to do everything? If that makes sense. But also have a positive mindset. If you're like someone with a mindset of like, well, I don't think anyone's going to join my team and like pay $99, well, they're not, because you said that. So like anything that you say like possibly can happen. So make sure you do personal development and just focus on that. So then number 5, sell samples. I cannot stress enough how good selling samples are, because as soon as you sell samples, that literally gives a person a step into the door to become an LC, because they're trying it and they're more willing to buy it more often than like someone who's never tried the coffee before. But those are like the 5 main things that I'm doing to prepare for boom season, and it's helped a lot because I have a lot more potentials than I've ever had before. So like I'm ready for the boom season. So some tips from selling samples. I like to message for samples sometimes. I'll send a message that says I have one like saved in my phone, but I really don't, I can't even think of it off the top of my head. But it says, like, hey, I don't know if you like coffee or not, but I'm sending out our skinny brew samples today for a certain amount of dollars, maybe like $20, $15. Sometimes I say I can give you like a $5 off coupon. I'm like, would you like a sample packet? Most people have said yes, and I was just able to like get a few information from them. But if I'm talking to like a potential who's like, well, I really can't afford the coffee right now, or well, I'm sending out samples for this much, it's no commitment, free shipping. And then they're like, yes, that gives them like an opportunity to try it. So then once they do get it, like, okay, I do like this. So now I'm about to do that. So that's all that I do for that. But to get into the questions, the first question that I saw was like how to stay disciplined or how to be disciplined. So I'll go first and then I'll let Chloe go. So my tips on how to stay disciplined, obviously be intentional, make a schedule. You have to make a schedule. If you have a busy schedule, literally write down everything that you have to do. If you have work, write that work schedule down. If you have school, write all of that down and figure out where you have pieces in between. Because that's what I used to do when I used to work 2 jobs and go to school when I first started the business, which helped a lot. And I was able to maneuver the business in between it, and it helped me be successful. I cannot talk today. But anyways, so also remember that if you are lacking any type of like self-discipline or motivation, remember that if you don't work, you don't get paid. It's just simple as that. And if you want to be successful in this business, you have to realize sometimes you have to put your big girl pants on and realize like I need to really get myself together. And if I don't work, then I don't get paid. So one thing I would like to bring up though, I was in a coffee shop today, and so there was like quotes all over the wall, and there was a Maya Angelou quote that said, "Nothing works unless you do." So if you don't work, then it won't work for you. So, Chloe, do you have anything to say about discipline?
Okay, yes, you betcha I do. So, um, I feel like like every single time we ask for questions for the Zooms, there is always a question about discipline, like every single time. And I love that people are asking questions about discipline because it shows that you want to be disciplined in your business. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a hard truth, and that we are never going to tell you anything different than what you heard on the last Zoom about discipline, or the Zoom 2 weeks ago about discipline, or the Zoom a month ago about discipline. Discipline is your decision. Your decision to be, that's discipline. It's you making the decision that you invested money into this, and you've seen thousands and thousands of success stories. It works for me, works for Haley, works for Caro, works for a lot of us. So do you want it to work for you? We are not any people special to make. You don't have to be special to make money with this. You just have to be disciplined, and you have to be willing to put in some work. So if you're not willing to do any type of work, then like, sorry, us telling you how like tips on being disciplined isn't going to help. But if you're here and you want to be serious, then you have to make the decision to be disciplined. No one is going to, it's not about hand holding. So when you start and you're brand new, yes, like we are here 100% to help you. But there comes a point in your business where you have to make the decision that you're going to show up and that you're going to take your task list and you're going to mark it off. You don't need someone hand holding. You don't need someone to be on a Zoom with you. You don't need someone to send you a list and be like, hey, did you like Caro? Me, Kara, like she doesn't need to be like, hey, Chloe, did you remember to post today? Did you remember to do your host? She doesn't need to tell me that. Why? Because the business pays for my bills. And so I better do my work. And so I just wanted to hit on that. Like, discipline is your decision. And so if you want something bad enough, then you're going to work for it. And it's as simple as that. If you invested money into this. So why, if you're not working, why are you not going to give it a shot? Is it something, is it a mindset thing, or are you just lazy? Like you have to like look at your Haley's like, wow. But I mean, it's the truth. Like you have to look at yourself. Like there are times in the past few months where I've had to look at myself and I'm like, okay, like, are you putting in all the work you need to? Are you slacking in a certain area? Like, get it together, girl. And you know what? I have to look at myself sometimes and be like, okay, like I know where I need to fix. So you have to be willing to look at yourself and be honest with yourself. You can't blame it on anybody else other than you. Like, if something is going wrong in my business, I can't blame it on somebody else. I have to blame it on myself, and then I have to fix it. And we have all been there. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, you, like I've been there where I've had to look at myself and be like, I need to fix this. Like, I need to fix this part of my business. And so discipline is truly your decision to be successful here. Anybody can do it. But you get to decide. That's the best part, is you are your boss. Okay. You don't have to clock in and out at a certain time. You don't have to like be on your phone 24/7 to make this work. That's the beauty of it, is, you get to make it work on your schedule, but you have to figure out why you're here, what you want, and if you're going to be willing to put in the work that it takes to do it or not. In the chat, it says, what do you say to DTs who won't work or respond to you? Sign new ones and keep moving on. And it's going to suck, because you want to know what? I have signed a lot of DTs who don't do anything. Signed a lot of DTs who ghost me, but you know what? I want my dreams bad enough. I want what I want bad enough. And if they don't want what they signed up for bad enough, if they're willing to flush money down the toilet, that is not your problem. That is theirs. Y'all, I didn't work for a year and a half when I signed up. I didn't work for a year and a half because it was fear, it was mindset, it was laziness, all of them. But I kept seeing people show up and be successful, so I came back, and then I made this my job. So keep showing up, because I had a DT reach out to me out of the blue, hasn't worked in months today. She said, I really want to start doing this again. Why? It's because I show up every single day. Yeah, I'm going to be successful. Yes, you are, because you made that decision. So that's really what I have to say on discipline. Show up every single day and it will work. Okay. And it's not going to be overnight, but if you want it bad enough, then you just have to be willing to make it work. Like Haley said, sit down, write out your schedule, make yourself a list, pre-plan your posts. Haley does a pre-planning, like a content planning Zoom every Sunday night. Okay. We post them in the team pages. Get on those, y'all. That helped me so much. I hopped on there last night, planned my TikToks, my reels, my Instagram, and my Facebook posts for the week. All the content done. Do you know how easy it was to post today? It was so easy. So literally, just like do what you have to do. Pre-plan, make your list of what you need to do, and go for it. So I'll put my TikTok in the comments. But yes. So that's what I have to say about discipline. You just have to make the decision to do it.
Period. Okay, so I think another question was about like leadership and how to, I guess, how to be a good leader, or like how to train. So like I have like a few things, and so there's Chloe. But my advice would be to watch Zoom trainings on YouTube about leadership, like leadership trainings, because I know I get a lot of things from that, and I use those to like test them out to see if they work. And majority of the time they do work. So it's all about like finding the right thing for you. But another thing, leadership development. You always have to develop as a leader and grow into that to be able to lead a team. So there is a difference between leadership development and personal development, if you want to tear down. But be the leader you that you need. So like if you have your ideal dream of like what you want your leader to be, what you want them to do for you, or like what goals that you need them to help you with, be that for your own team and rely that to your own team. But also what else do I want to say? Be the mentor that they want to look up to, because our job is basically to show others like what we do on a daily basis. We have a 6 list and we do it every day. If you do what you're supposed to do every day, you will easily be able to train somebody, because you're doing it every day. It's just like a 6 list that we have to show them step by step about how to do it, and then you'll be able to do it. It's not that hard, but I feel like we overthink it a lot, because it's like, well, I don't know how to train anybody. I've never been a leader before. I mean, if you just basically show them what you do on a daily basis, I think it'll be okay. But Chloe, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes, I do. Okay, so I have a few little things to touch on leadership, and I do want to touch on one thing on consistency after this that I wrote down and did not say. But so number one, yeah, our mind can be our worst enemy. You're 1,000% correct. My mind has been my worst enemy in this business, 100%. And you know what? Like this month, I made a decision, and I've enrolled more this month than I have in the past few months, and we are not even halfway through. And it's because I made the decision. Okay, so the number one thing I want to hit on for leadership is that leadership is not handed to you. Leadership is not handed to you at a certain rank. You don't like get a distributor under you and then someone's like, congratulations, you're a leader. Like, ta-da. I started showing up as a leader, as a distributor who had like was charted for like emerald with nobody working. That's when I started showing up as a leader because I decided that I wanted to promote. So I was going to work. Leadership is showing up for your business. Leadership is not something that's handed to you like, congratulations, you get to do all these special things because you're a certain rank or because you have such. Leadership is about leading. Leadership is about you being disciplined and showing up for your business. And I said this on a Zoom like a hot second ago, but I said, you don't promote like when you're a leader, you have to be a leader to promote. When I started leading, I promoted because like I got so serious about my business. And when you step into leadership, you become more confident as a distributor. When you step into leadership, you become more confident in your business and what you're doing. And leadership can simply be, oh, I enrolled this customer, y'all. Like, here's how. Post it in your team page. Share it in your team chat. That's what leadership is. Leadership does not have to be like I'm a diamond and I have like 500 people. No, I'm a ruby and I show up as a leader because I want to get to diamond and because I want to get to double and triple and beyond. I show up as a leader because people are watching. People under me who work, people under me who don't work, people who are going to join my team in the future because they see me consistently showing up. If you aren't consistently showing up, no one is going to trust you because they're like, oh, well, I don't ever see this person. Why would I join them? Like, if I don't see them doing anything, like, are they really going to be able to train me that? Like, people are not going to trust you. So yeah, it can be really difficult if you're continuing to show up and maybe people aren't working or maybe you're not enrolling as much in a certain like season of your business, but that does not matter. What matters is that you continue to show up. And as you continue to show up and as you continue to be like, hey, this is how I enrolled this customer, you get more excited. You start enrolling more and people are going to follow you. People on your team will start enrolling when you start enrolling. You are the main person on your team. You are, and I heard Jay Hooper say this, you're the oldest distributor on your whole team. Because guess what? Everyone under you joined after you. So show up. Show up and just like be like, hey, I enrolled this customer. This is how I did it. Hey, this is how I'm getting this many hosts to post up. You don't have to have some special secret sauce thing to show up as a leader. Just show up for your business. Tell other people how you're doing it. It's duplication. And I did want to hit on this. I mean, Haley talked about this and she kind of hit on it a little bit, but training is duplication. Like she said, training someone is not like some secret magic words. Training is simply teaching people to duplicate what you do. So if you freak out at the idea of having to train someone, if you're like, I don't know how to train this person, I would suggest evaluating your business. I would look at your business and be like, am I doing everything? Because if you're consistently working your business and you feel confident in your business, you should feel confident training someone else. Because guess what? Hey, log into your eSuite, fill out your tax form, send me a cute picture of you, like take the color test, watch this video, it's basic stuff. And then guess what? I'm going to teach you what I do every single day. If you do it every single day, you should feel perfectly confident being able to teach someone else to do it because it's you're just being like, hey, this is what I do. And you should be like, hey, go follow, you know what? I tell my new distributors, go follow me on Facebook and like look at my posts. If you don't feel confident telling your new distributor to go follow your social media, evaluate your business, right? And that's not me being like mean. It's just like the truth. Like I'm very red. I'm very green and very red. So sorry if maybe someone needed some green red tonight. But I mean, it's true. If you're embarrassed to tell your new distributors to follow you on social media, then you need to fix your business. You need to fix your social media. So leadership is just about showing up for your business and showing up daily and doing the tasks and working. Like, as simple as that. And I guarantee you that if you start showing up as a leader, you will become more confident and your business will take off. Like, I will basically guarantee you that. If you start showing up as a leader, but you can't be handheld, you can't wait for someone else to tell you to start showing up. When you start showing up, people are going to take notice and they're going to start following you because they're like, that girl's like kicking butt, right? It's just about showing up. Save everything your upline sends you for the love. I know Haley's probably going to touch on that, but I'm just going to say this simply: save everything that your upline sends you. If they send you scripts, save it. Save it all. I don't care if you don't think you're going to save it, because you will need it. You will be able to use it. And then one last thing I wanted to say before I bounce it back to Haley. I want to tell you guys this little story. Okay. So I had signed a distributor a while back, and whatever. Okay. I had someone come to me and say, "Hey, I'm just like not enrolling customers. Like, I don't really know what to do. I can't, and people aren't enrolling. People are telling me no." I'm like, "Well, welcome to the business. People will tell you no, and they're going to tell you no a lot. And then you're going to get yeses, and it's going to be really worth it." But this person was like, no one's signing up, right? I enrolled a customer off her friends list the other day. Not on purpose. I didn't like go to her friends list, but someone did a giveaway host a post for me. The lady commented on the giveaway host a post. She posted for me and she signed up, and she saw a cleanse post on my page, signed up on the spot as a customer. And then I realized this person is on this person's friends list. If you are not showing up consistently, someone will sign your potentials. Someone will sign the people on your friends list. Ask everybody, post consistently, and show up and work. Because if you're telling someone, well, I can't get any customers. Well, I just got one. It's not that people don't want it. It's just, are you doing the stuff? Are you showing up? So I did want to throw that in there. And, it's happened. I've had potentials who signed up with someone else before, like, but that should just show you the importance of working your business and following up. Like, someone told me, "Well, no one's signing up." Well, I just signed someone who was on your friends list. People evidently want it. It's just, are you working? So that's what I had to say about that. Haley, just.
Okay, I wanted to bring up another thing about, especially what Caroline said in the chat about like show up like your dream rank. Like, I'm only a Ruby, but there's been plenty of people like, are you sure you're not like a diamond or a double diamond? But of course I'm going to show up like that because that's what I want to be. But if you're like showing up very like the bare minimum, like, it's not going to happen. I remember like when I first started and Destination Diamond first started, and I don't remember who it was, but I remember they said like, show up like your dream rank. If you want to be diamond has at least 20 or more slides up on their story. So me being only like a week in the business, I was talking on my story, I was putting up story slides, and I had 20 or more on my story as if I was like a diamond leader, but I was only a distributor. So I was showing up as if I wanted to be diamond, which is that's what I want to be. That's my goal. So that's how I'm going to show up. But that's all I had to say about that. But there was another question about cold messaging for host to post. I think Chloe also said this, but I really don't message that much for host to post because I can get enough up from like a giveaway post. But there are days that I cannot get enough up from just a post, or I will just like message someone. I do message on Instagram and Facebook, but for Instagram, it's like really simple. All it says is like, "Hey, can I ask you a question? I'm not trying to like sell you anything or make you join my team or something like that. Like, like, can I ask you a question?" And then they're usually like, "Yes," and I'll let them know about the giveaway. And then it just goes on from there. I either make like a slide that they could put up on the story, or I tell them to go take a reel or one of my live posts from my feed and share it on the story and tag me in it. And then that's how they can get their entry. But on Facebook, if I message, it's very simple. I just say like, "Hey, my team and I are doing this giveaway." Like, well, first I always start off like, "Happy December," or like whatever month it is. And then I say the giveaway. And I'm like, do you want an entry? All you have to do is like put up a post on your wall. It will help me out a lot. And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'll give them either a picture of like a giveaway post or a product post. I only use cleanse or coffee. Those have worked best for me. I've noticed anytime I use TFX, it just never works. So I mean, you can just figure out what works for you best. But in my opinion, that one works best for me. But I think that's all I had to say for host to post. But this is my favorite section of the Zoom. I always like to share words of wisdom at the end. Claude, do you want me to go first or do you want to go first? Go first. Okay. So I might get a little red because I feel like I need to get some things out. So first, get a plan going. You know, boom season is coming up. We have to have a plan going. I remember I watched the Zoom the other day and I cannot remember who said this, but somebody said a goal without a plan is just a wish. So like if you want that certain goal, push towards it and do the things to get towards it. Make that plan for that goal. And don't say, okay, I want to be diamond or I want to be emerald, and then just don't do anything to help with it. It's not going to work out because you're going to try to figure out, well, why am I not promoting? It's because you're not doing anything. So like you can't just say, I want to be double diamond. I want to make like a 5-figure or 6-figure income and then not put in that same work ethic as someone as a double diamond would put in because it wouldn't match up. So get a plan, make a dream board. For me, I have a dream board, but I also have a word for 2021. I also have a quote and a song. I went full out. I was like, okay, 2021 is about to be so good that I need a word, a song, and like a quote. So my 2021 word is fire because I said it's going to be the year that's going to be fire. I'm going to have fire enrollments. I'm going to have a fire team. So that's what I did. So my dream board has little fire things on it because that's what I wanted. And also have like a song and like a quote. And it's just like, it's something for me to look at to help me stay motivated throughout the next year, because I know that there might be times where it might get hard, but I know that I've already set this goal for myself. And if I don't get it, I'm going to be upset. So I need to do it. But also, something else I would like to bring up is I feel that in 2021, we need to be more independent. Like, I feel this very strongly. Like, I don't mean don't don't ask your enrollment questions. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you have the opportunity to find something and you know that you can do it for yourself, please do so. So I'm gonna ask you this question. Obviously, you don't have to answer, but whatever. If you didn't have like an upline or like anyone that was surrounded by you at the moment, like everyone was busy, and you either talking to a potential or doing something else, and you're like, well, I can't enroll this DT or I can't enroll this person because my enroller isn't here to help me. I can't enroll this by myself if you don't tell me what to do. I think there's like a somewhat of an issue because your website has everything. So does eSuite. You have all the materials there in front of you, and your enroller is kind of like your mentor to help you through it all, but they can't be your like backbone. You have to have your own backbone. You have to do things on your own. And I feel like that's what's like holding some of us back, because it's like, well, you can't really do anything unless your leader tells you to do it. And it's like your leader or your upline should not have to tell you every day, okay, did you post this? And I don't mean like if you're like a brand new person, like just started yesterday or like in the business for a couple months. I mean, if you've been in the business for a hot minute and you can't even go a day without being like, okay, I need you to tell me to do this. I need you to kind of like build that self-confidence in yourself to do it for yourself, because I feel like it's holding you back from so many bigger things, especially promoting, because it's like, how are you going to lead a team when you can't even try to figure it out for yourself? Because I had that issue, because at first I was like, I really need to be independent. That's how I am naturally. I did not want to go to Caroline for anything. I was like, I feel like I'm bothering her too much if I ask for anything. So of course I asked for a few things here and there. But of course, if like someone was like, you know, if I need to know the price of like the coffee, it's right there on the website. There's different things. And like Chloe said earlier, if your leader sends you stuff, what am I talking about? Sends you like scripts for like products or like a conversation for DTs, or if they send in team pages of like scripts that they use, please save them in your notes, because that same conversation that you probably have with that other potential, you can use that for another one and it'll help you. So if you're up on a leader or anybody's like busy and you feel like you can't sign anybody because they're not right there beside you, then that's where I feel like the issue is. So use your website for everything. eSuite is there. There's a search bar for a reason. If you don't know where to look for it, please search it up. Or like I said, you can still actually enroll it for stuff, but don't use it as a way to like cripple yourself, if that makes sense. But that's all I wanted to say. So Chloe, you can go now.
Okay. It's just weird. Okay. So I want to very quickly, I'm going to bounce off what Haley said, and then I'm going to pull my yellow out of my soul. Because if you guys know me personally, I don't have a lot of yellow. I have a little more yellow now, but at one point I took the color code test and had 0.0% yellow. So we are working on it. We're improving. Okay. So I'm going to like pull the yellow out of my soul. But before I do that, yes. So I want to say too that, having sidelines and uplines and like people surrounding you is fantastic. Having an accountability partner is not a bad thing. But you've got to be able to do stuff by yourself without an accountability partner. You've got to be able to do stuff without, yeah, Evelyn, I'm gonna need a little yellow. So you have to like be able to do your business without an accountability partner or without someone constantly like, you can't rely like Haley was saying, it's about independence. You cannot rely on someone to do things for you, okay? Because no one else can work your business for you. You can work your business for you. And so I think it's important to remember that, wanting accountability is not a bad thing. Wanting to get on work Zooms is not a bad thing. Like these are good things, but they should be used to help, not to do everything for you. That's what I wanted to say. So there's that. And then I'm going to pull the yellow out of the depth of my soul and say that if you struggle with belief, if you feel like right now that you just can't believe in yourself, I want you to take some of this belief from me and from Haley, and I want you to borrow our belief until you muster belief up in yourself. For a long time, I have been through this, the ups and downs of this business. Let me tell you that. I have been through some life often in this business. I've been through things like up and down in my personal life, with family, name it. I have been through life in this business, and I know Carol has, and I know Haley has, and I know other people on this Zoom have. So if you struggle with belief, because guess what? I struggle with belief. I struggle with self-doubt for a while. And I still do sometimes. I think it's a natural human thing, okay, that we're going to struggle with belief at some point. You're going to doubt yourself. But in those situations, I want you guys to remember that there are people who do believe in you. I believe in you. I know Haley believes in you. I know everyone on the Zoom. I know we can all throw some belief around to each other, okay? So if you are struggling with doubt, if you're like, I just don't know if I can do this, number one, you are not alone. You are not the only person that's ever thought that. I've thought that. Okay. You're not alone in thinking that. But you need to borrow some of the belief from me and from Haley and from others on this Zoom, and you need to ride on that belief until you can get some of your own belief, because I'm telling you, this business is a mindset business. Yes, it's the work that you put in, but this business, you have to believe in yourself just a little bit, okay? I love someone, Jessica said mustard seed faith, okay? You have to believe in yourself. And if you don't right now, then you can borrow belief that we have in you, because I believe in you. Okay. I am not someone who ever thought that they could be any type of successful doing this. None of us talking on this Zoom are any type of special. We're just us. We just show up as ourselves daily. And that is all you have to do. But if you struggle with belief and self-doubt, number one, ask Jesus. Okay. We form a relationship with God, because I'm telling you, he's your homie. I'm still in Caro's line. He's your homie. Okay. He's there for you. Rely on Jesus and borrow some of the belief that we have in you until you can formulate some on your own, because it can take a while. I went through some ups and some downs and some self-doubt even recently. But guess what? I was like, you know what? I'm here for a reason, and I have a purpose. and other people believe in me. So I'm going to believe in that long enough. And you know what? I then formulated some belief in myself. And so everyone's going to struggle at some point. Everyone's going to deal with some self-doubt. Everyone's going to have some belief struggle. Okay. But what I want you guys to know is there are people in this business who believe in you. No one who is successful in this business started out with a platform of success already built. That is something that you build to. And so if you don't believe in yourself, that's okay. But you need to borrow some of our belief until you believe in yourself. Okay. Believe in yourself because boom season is coming. Big things are happening. Enrollments on our personal team, I know this is in multiple team pages. Enrollments in our personal team have been up this month. Okay. And it's because people are like, you know what? 2021, it is the year. We have big things coming. There are going to be bonuses, new products, comp plan changes at conference. Like there's just so much coming. And so with this business being the mindset and the belief, that it is, borrow, yeah, what Caro said, borrow some of the belief that we have in you until you believe in yourself. Okay. I'm telling you, ignorance on fire. I don't care if you don't believe in yourself. Start typing, start sending some messages, start enrolling some customers, and then you will believe in yourself when your connect is like LC, LC, DT, DT, bing, ding, just then you're going to start believing in yourself. So until then, rely on others' belief. Start your fingers a typing, send some messages, start enrolling, and then the belief will come. So that's all I have to say. Haley, do you have anything else?
I actually do. So, this just popped in my head recently, like when you just finished talking. But, be like when you said ignorance on fire, be that person that you were when you first joined and you were running for your shopping spree. Like you were so excited for the shopping spree and you're like, I'm ignorance on fire. Like I'm just gonna message everyone and I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody's opinions. And I was like that at one point. I was just so excited and I didn't even like care what anybody said, but I got my shopping spree. And then I got to a point like even further on in my business where it was just like I was losing confidence in myself and I was comparing myself. And it was like, where was that person when I first started? And so I've just been like ignorance on fire again. I was like, I'm restarting myself as if I'm like a brand new distributor. I'm enrolling more DTs. I'm starting a whole brand new chart. Like I'm starting all the way over, like as if I'm like from square one again. And I just feel like it's helped me so much because I've been able to like have more confidence in myself, like when I first started. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Cool. So I really don't have anything else. Does anyone have any, like, before we close this, does anyone have any, like, last minute questions, like literally anything that you want us to address before we get off? Y'all can just put those in the chat if you guys have any, and I'll give it like a minute so to see if any questions come in. But literally anything at all that you want to ask before we hop off, we are more than happy to answer. We appreciate you, Carol. But yes, I'm gonna give it like another minute. Does anyone have any other questions or anything they want to know or help with? Oh, thank you guys for hopping on, for reals. Honestly, how do you all stay? Okay, I'll answer this and then I'll pop it to Haley because I know Haley's. So for me, let me tell you what has helped me with TikTok. Okay, because I for a while was like, I get no views and I'm so frustrated. I was so frustrated that I literally stopped posting. Don't do that. Don't do that. This business is consistency, okay? So don't get so frustrated with it that you stop posting. I heard something on a Zoom the other day that was like, stop focusing on trying to go viral, okay? You're gonna go viral when you don't try, because you know what? It happened to me. So the way I do TikTok is I picked a niche, okay? We're gonna get a little influencery up in here. I picked a niche. Okay. I am really strong in my faith. I serve with my church. Say that word, niche. Anyway, so I'm really strong in my faith. I serve with my church. I love doing ministry and like evangelism and speaking and stuff. And so I picked that niche for my TikTok. I wanted to do Christian TikTok. And so all of my TikTok is basically Christian content. And then I will throw something in about the business. But I don't do every single TikTok as a business TikTok. Okay. Because people need to know and trust you. So if you just spam with all business, and for some people it works where they do all business TikToks, and that's great. You find what works for you. But I post consistently 1 to 6 times a day. Um, I plan my TikToks now weekly. Thank you, Haley. But I plan my content. Now, I make TikToks the day of. I kind of force myself to get ready every day because I don't do anything else other than this. And I've got to like be productive with myself. But if you don't, people batch content at a time. Like you can film 30 videos in a day, just film the video and then put words on it later. Plan your content. For me personally, I plan the content and then every day I'll get up and I'll film all of them. I'll make them, I'll post them. Here's what I figured out. And it's the ones that you don't try on. One of mine is like at 130K views, right? I was so frustrated with not going viral and not getting views that one day I got excited about something I saw on Facebook. I took a screenshot of it, put it on TikTok. I said, "Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this." I closed my phone an hour later. It had like thousands of views. And I was like, "Oh." So let me give you guys a little tip. Plan your content because you will stay consistent if you plan your content and you put it on a checklist to check off every day. Number 2, post your videos and exit the app. Post your TikToks and do not get on TikTok for hours. Okay. I try to post all my TikToks to get close together and then I skirt off the app. Like I'm talking like swipe up and exit it off your phone. Okay. Literally get off the app, swipe out of it entirely. Because here's an algorithm thing that I learned this week. And all of us tried it in a leaders chat, and it literally, all of us got more views doing it. When TikTok can track when you're on the app, right? So they want you to be on the app. So if you close the app, they're going to send you notifications to start trying to get you back on the app. So that means that more people are seeing your content. Make all your content, swipe out of the app, leave it for a few hours and come back, and you literally might be surprised at the amount. Okay. Now it may not happen the first time. TikTok is just like any other part of this business. You have to be consistent. Being consistent means that you have to make the decision to be consistent. Find your niche, find the things that you like to talk about, include the business or products in between that, keep it consistent, and post all of your TikToks and then close out of the app and do that every single day. It may take a little while. It took me posting consistently for a week and a half before one of mine blew up, but it will. So just stay consistent. That was a lot of ramble. Anyway, Haley.
I mean, what I wanted to say is like really like quick and it's not that much, but like you said about the niche, like I had to figure out what I liked because I was like, I'm really not, that much interested in like a lot of things. But of course, like I like to talk about my faith, like you said. But my thing, I guess, is like I love to talk about Instagram. So like I had a point where I was like talking about Instagram tips or like GIFs, but also like the trending sounds and making videos. I think there was like a training the other day of like I think it was like Sarah Bailey. She said she takes the trending sounds and the videos and she recreates them in her own way. And then that's how she like got a bunch of views because it wasn't like the same thing over and over again. But how I'm able to like figure out I was about to answer that. So like how I find like the different sounds and like all of that, I take at least that is part of my like daily task list. I take at least like 30 minutes, like 10 to 30 minutes on TikTok or Reels, and I just sit there and I scroll and I interact, of course. So it's not like I'm just mindlessly scrolling, but I find things, and if I like the sound, I'll like it. So once you go to like your profile, you have the like videos, and you just click at the circle at the bottom, and then that's the trending sound. So like, of course, in my head, I listen to this, and I'm like, okay, I can make this type of TikTok out of this sound, knowing that it's trending right now, and I can make it like, like the trend right now is like, I can't talk right now, I'm doing hot girl ish. Like, of course, that one's like the biggest thing right now. So like, I guess that's my way of like doing everything. I just take time to like scroll and find it and then create the content in my head, and just like I have a folder of where like the things I want to write out, and I just save in my drafts, and I'm able to post it like you said, like 1 to like 6 times a day.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, I put this in the chat. Literally have fun with it. Like TikTok is about having fun. People can tell, like people can watch your content. The one that blew up of mine, I was super excited at the beginning, and I said, "Oh my gosh, like watch this, please watch, like please watch all the way through." That if people watch your video all the way through, that's what pushes out to more people. So make your videos, try to make them a little shorter, probably. And like I do 60-second devotionals. Yes, cute babies, they can be niches. But I'll do like 60-second devotionals, but a lot of some of mine are shorter videos, and I'll be really excited, capture their attention in the beginning so that they stay the whole way through and your video will be seen more. So yeah, that's all on TikTok. Do you guys have any more questions before we close tonight? Thank you guys for hopping on, and I hope you guys did get some little nuggets out of this. So yes, anyone, we'll give it one more minute and then we'll close it. Thank y'all for hopping on. I like chat. I like how y'all are interactive in the chat. It makes it more fun. People
Yeah.
talk. Okay. Oh, dude, it's totally fine. We winging it. We winging it. I'll wait. I try to be at the ready. Okay. So I guess I'm so glad. I'm so glad this has you pumped. So
Yeah.
if no one has any more questions, we'll go ahead and hop off. But thank you guys for hopping on. The recording should be posted at some point. It'll probably be